Hi everyone. In my last video, I asked you to think about whether you and/or your board are AI literate or AI anxious. So what did you decide? If there is AI anxiety in your boardroom, you are not alone. The good news is that AI literacy doesn't require you to become a technologist. It simply requires you to become informed enough to provide effective oversight. AI is moving very, very rapidly. Management teams are experimenting day and night. Competitors are investing in it. Regulators and customers are paying very close attention to its impact. The question for every board is simple. How do we oversee something that is evolving faster than most of us can learn it? I use a simple 3-part framework that helped me to understand how a board could really get through this. It's understand AI, govern AI, and exploit AI. Let's look at each one of them. First of all, understanding AI. The first responsibility of every board is to understand AI. Not to master it, but to understand it. Not to build algorithms, but simply to understand it well enough to ask better questions. I realized early on that I could not govern something that I had never experienced firsthand myself. So instead of just reading articles, which I did do, I started building AI agents, and I wanted to understand how they reasoned, where they made mistakes, and how they improved with better prompts. That hands-on experience taught me more than dozens of articles really ever could. Then I began helping other board members build their own assistants. Within an hour, many went from saying AI is so intimidating and scary to now I understand why management is so excited. That experience that they had replaced uncertainty. On another board, I asked management one simple question. I said, can you show the board everywhere AI is currently being used? And the answer really surprised everybody, because some AI initiatives were official, well-documented and formal, and other initiatives were employees experimenting on their own that we had to find out about. We couldn't govern everything because we didn't even know everything existed. You can't oversee what you can't see. That's why every board should understand not only AI in general, but AI inside of your own company. What does human in the loop actually mean in your company? What does responsible AI look like for our businesses? Where is AI already creating value, or where is AI creating and introducing risk? Again, the goal is not mastery. The goal is informed oversight, and that's understanding. The second part is if you understand it now, you can govern it better. Today, many companies are using AI long before they've established formal governance. Trust me on that. That creates unnecessary risk. And governance is not about slowing innovation. It's about making sure that innovation doesn't outrun judgment. I recently spoke with a CIO who told me about this tension. He said that innovation wants to move faster, while security wants stronger controls, and that stops innovation. Legal sees liabilities, compliance sees regulation. The board's job is not to choose sides. It is to balance innovation with accountability. One director asked me once, well, Daphne, where should AI oversight actually live? And my answer surprised her, and I said, simple, it's everywhere. The full board owns AI strategy and ensures that AI supports the company's long-term direction. The audit committee still oversees risk, AI risk, and controls. The compensation committee oversees workforce transformation and leadership, digital workers and human workers. Governance ensures that directors have the knowledge needed to fulfill their fiduciary responsibilities. AI is not just another IT project. It's an enterprise issue. So I've worked also with boards to develop better oversight questions, not technical questions, governance questions. Questions like, who owns the model? Where did that data come from? How do we know it's working? What does success look like? Who is accountable if something should go wrong? What happens if there's failure? And don't forget, by the way, guys, your third-party vendors. Many companies are introducing AI through suppliers and software providers. Do their controls meet your standards? Good governance isn't about having all the answers. It is really about making sure that management has thought through the important questions. Here's one question that I encourage every board to ask of themselves. If we experienced a significant AI failure 3 months, 5 months from now, what questions would we wish we had asked the management team today? And finally, the third step is to exploit AI. This is where boards move from protecting value to creating it, from defense to offense. After speaking to a group of women, someone asked me, Daphne, isn't AI bad for us? As I was talking about technology. Very fair question. Yes, AI does create some new risks, but it also creates enormous opportunities. How does that balance? Better customer experiences. It improves healthcare. It drives higher productivity, right? It provides more accessible services. The board's responsibility is to make sure that the company manages those risks while at the same time capturing the opportunity. One question I suggest that you stop asking is, how many AI pilots do we have? Who cares? Instead, ask which AI initiatives are delivering measurable business value and how do they know? Is it revenue, margin, customer outcomes, employee productivity, risk reduction? Pilots don't create shareholder value, results do. The most successful companies don't simply automate yesterday's processes, they rethink and reimagine how work should be done in an AI-enabled world. That's where the transformation actually happens. AI should not be a collection of disconnected experiments. It should be woven into strategy, woven into capital allocation, woven into workforce planning, technology investments, enterprise risk management. So remember this, boards do not have to become AI experts, but they do need to become AI ready. AI ready boards understand enough to ask better questions. They govern wisely enough to earn trust of their shareholders and stakeholders, and they lead boldly enough to capture the opportunities that AI creates. And to me, that's what modern board leadership looks like.